A week from now, I might be calling out my wife. I saw a family text last night, and it looks like there is an appointment set for this Saturday at 6 p.m. for my wife and daughter to get their neck tats.
This Saturday, 6 p.m.?
Yep.
Wow.
And honestly, I got to admit that it had a lot to do with why I was having a hard time sleeping last night. Because I saw right before bed, I was just, I don't know, I had a lot going on in my mind. I was just like,
Is it anger or is it?
It's a little bit of everything. There's a lot of emotions that are there. It's weird for me to feel. And look, ultimately, I realize, hey, this is their bodies. They can do with them whatever they want. It is their choice, and they have that right. To me, I just, I don't get it, I guess is the biggest thing. And so, yeah, for me, I do have some feelings about it because, look, I know that the world is a lot more accepting of tattoos.
Sure.
But I've seen my wife, being a preschool teacher, have to cover us up because an overly tatted preschool teacher might be alarming for some still, even though we're kind of getting there and more accepting of it. And to me, you might make it harder to maintain your career with a tatted neck. And I was like, hey, look, I mean, we're a 2-salary family. We need that. Like, don't do anything that makes it harder to have gainful employment.
Now, how big are we going with this neck tat? Do you know?
They look like they're very pronounced. They're going to be 3 crosses right down the whole front part of their neck.
Wow.
And also, look, I don't have any tattoos. If you want tattoos, that's fine. Again, it's your own thing. And I think some people really see tattoos and they're really attracted to them. I'm not necessarily one. There's some I see that are cool and in the right place and the right kind of tattoo. It looks good. So I'm okay with some of that. And the ones that they have so far, not really a big problem. It's just now that we're getting to the neck, I do have a problem. And so now I realize with this set, it's time when I get my opportunity here in the next day or two to let my wife know emphatically how I do feel about this. And again, I don't want to ever, I'm not the kind of person to tell her how to cut her hair, what to wear, that kind of stuff. But I do feel like I have a right to be able to say this, right? To say, look, I'm concerned for many reasons. One, I find you attractive. I don't know if I'm going to find you attractive with huge neck tattoo. I'm going to be honest.
It's a game changer for me.
Yeah, and I don't know that makes me a jerk, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, it makes you honest.
Let me just tell you this. You are not crazy. You are not being a jerk by feeling the way you feel. Most people would have a troubled time with their mate getting, they're married, a big tattoo on the front of their neck.
Yes.
Most people, you're not insane about this, Kev.
Right, okay,
You're not crazy.
So that was kind of it. So I'm kind of going through that. I'm like going, should I write into, am I the jerk? Is this a call him out? I don't know what this is.
People think this is makeup or breakup. They're just tuning out, break up, neck tat. They don't even know.
Right, and it could be that. It could be that too. Some people would be, hey, I've got a girlfriend and she just got a big neck tat. I don't find her attractive now, and I'm having a hard time powering through it. Is that a makeup or breakup? Yeah, I mean, this covers so many different, avenues that we use here on the show to talk about content, and so you pick them. And I'm not going to break up over a neck tattoo, but. I mean, if it were early in the relationship and she sprung a neck tat on me and, we're a couple months into it, I may be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm there.
We talked about you trying to get Caitlin around, because if Caitlin doesn't do it, your wife's not going to do it. Are there any chances of you appealing to Caitlin on this
I'm starting
one?
with the suggestion for her because she is a nanny. I'm like, do you have any idea how the family you work for that is now your solo employment, how they might take you walking into their place with a neck tat? Could that jeopardize your job? And if it does, then that could be troubling for you in your financial situation. And like I said, I don't know where they're set. I know they have an older son that is covered in tattoos, but having your son covered in tattoos and your nanny covered in tattoos might be different.
Well, the Queen's clearly thought about this. She knows where she works at. She knows her situation. She just might want a neck tat.
And what gets me, she's like, I don't care. I'm like, I know that's who you are, but sometimes that I don't care attitude really kind of drives me crazy because I'm the guy who cares too much.
Well, you should care. You're her husband.
I'm the
need
one
to
that
care
tweets out about all that kind of
You
stuff.
need to care about your situation at
Yeah.
home, and you're not a jerk for this.
So now I have a deadline. I know what needs to be done, and I know by when.
You got to work quick.
I do have to work quick, and so I am going to the next level where I just kind of, like sometimes I don't want to come out too aggressive because you never know. There's a lot of harebrained ideas that get thrown around my household. So I'm like,
But there's an appointment on the books.
this might die out. But then when I see there's an appointment on the books for Saturday at 6 p.m.
That's serious.
Now I have to at least say my piece to my wife and daughter and say, you guys can do what you want to do, but understand I will have feelings about what is done.
It's crazy how you both are married and you both went through neck tat drama. That's insane to me.
Panda got his, and he did not care what I thought.
You were not happy. You went on the air, and I think you trashed it pretty
I
good.
still don't like it.
Still don't like it.
No.
If she looks at it long enough, she will get angry.
He grew his hair out a little bit more in the back, so it covers it sometimes. But I still don't like it. It
Yeah.
makes me sad.
Right.
It would be kind of like you going, Panda going, I love your hair long, and then the next day
And I buzz
you
it.
cut it all off.
That's exactly what it's like.
It's weird.
There's something that your partner says to you is going to be a really big turnoff, and you don't want to be turned off by your partner. You want to be turned on by your partner. When they tell you it's a big turnoff and then they still go and do it, it does make you sad.
But I mean, we're talking about Panda's small little. I mean, it's small compared
Right.
to what's. It
Yeah.
sounds like there's going to be, front and center.
Yeah.
Center
that's the way,
stage on
that's
the
the way I'm
neck.
looking at it. Yeah. Front and center.
And you said it was 3 crosses.
3 crosses.
Is it going to be like little, or
They'll-
they could be
they'll
thick?
cover the full front part of
whole
the neck.
neck.
Yeah. 3 crosses in order.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's very extreme.
Michelle's on here from Jupiter with a suggestion. What is your comment, Michelle?
My comment is marriage is about compromise. So I'm wondering if you come with a compromise, what if she got it on the back of her neck? That way she could put her hair up
Right.
and show it off, on weekends or whatever, but still have it covered, for work and everything else. It wouldn't be so prominent.
I love
It's
that.
just in the back of her.
And then the 2 hours I was stewing in bed last night, that's where I came to is saying, back of the neck or something like that. Exactly. So it can still be stealth that you don't know. And to my wife, I'm like, you're having to wear long sleeves and let kids into cars in this South Florida summer heat. You're already talking about how miserable you are. I mean, imagine if you're always wearing a turtleneck.
A long sleeve turtleneck, you're going to die.
I'm like, good heavens.
And after the neck tat, here comes the face piercings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who knows what's next? Yeah. Where do we go from here? Yeah. So
You look a little down. You do look a little down.
You know what? I think I'm into the level of a little pissed. I
Okay.
think that's kind of where I am right now. And like I said, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. And I've been everywhere. I was down. Now I'm kind of,
Turn into Dickie Rance a little bit.
I'm a little, yes. And I'm going to come with, I think, this Big D energy. And
Okay.
I think because look, I'd be like, I don't want you to ever say after you get a be going, I didn't know how you feel. You're going to know how I feel. And then you're going to decide what you want to do. But I'm going to leave no doubt.
I
Whoa.
like it.
Angry Kev in a Miami Dolphins jersey. I'm a little shook over here.
You turned on?
Turned on and scared. I don't know. He's tough.
Okay, ready to go. Let's bring it out in me.